Hello and welcome back to my Sicily Italy travel series. This is part 3 of my 3-part adventure, and today we're exploring the stunning seaside town of Taormina. I've got so much to share with you, including some exciting excursions that you're not going to want to miss. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out part 1, which is Palermo, and part 2 in Cefalù, so that you don't miss out on any of our journey here in Sicily. Before we dive in, if we haven't met yet, my name is Tina and I'm an authorized travel advisor offering complimentary travel planning services to help you create unforgettable trips. And if you enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate your support by giving it a like and consider subscribing. This is completely free and really helps my channel. So without further ado, let's head to Taormina. And if you've been following along, you know that we chose to rent a car from the Catania airport instead of relying on the public transportation. Right now, we're driving on one of the most scenic routes in Sicily, traveling from Cefalù to Taormina, and we're running right alongside the coastal railway, and of course the views here are incredible. With that said, if you're not renting a car, getting here is still super easy for most major cities. So you can take the train directly to the Taormina Giardini station, which is the closest stop to town. You can search and book this train at raileurope.com, and the rates are really affordable. If you're traveling by train, you'll get to enjoy some incredible coastal views along the way. And then once you arrive at the Taormina station, there is a bit of a walk, but shuttle buses are available to take you up to the city center. The Cefalù to Taormina train takes about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and the drive is about 2.5 hours. So it's going to take about the same amount of time whether or not you drive or take the train. Now, on this drive, we are crossing Sicily near the island's northern edge, which is not far from mainland Italy. We will also be passing Messina, which is a popular cruise port for Mediterranean sailings. And if you're traveling to Messina by cruise ship, there are shuttles that can take you to Taormina. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but if you looked past the buildings and the plants, you can actually see a mountain range, and this is the lowest, the most southern point of mainland Italy. During our journey, we stopped for gas and found an auto grill right off of the highway. Now, the pump was a little bit hard to figure out, but we ended up figuring it out. But what really surprised us about this gas station and all the gas stations really around is the variety of food available. This isn't your typical gas station food. This is like handmade Italian sandwiches, pastries, and delicious coffee. So, of course, we had to indulge a little bit. Back on the road again and arriving in Taormina. So our Airbnb host tipped us off with the nearest parking garages, and luckily we were able to snag a great spot, which wasn't too far of a walk. So we've arrived here at our Airbnb, and it's stunning, of course, as you can see. Everything is just so beautiful, but there's tons of stairs. So again, just be mindful of that. Now these stairs are going down. But then once you go up to the actual unit, there's another set of stairs going up. So we've made it inside, and our host greeted us and gave us a quick tour of the space. They actually live in the adjoining unit, which is great in case anything comes up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you around. Now, as you walk in, you'll find a queen size bed, and then here's the kitchen, and then there's also a nice dining area. Here we have the bathroom that's in this unit. It's a 1-bathroom unit, and it has a shower stall, a very nice roomy shower stall. There's of course your toilet, your bidet, and then this window actually looks out onto the massive deck, and this door opens out as well. And so I'm going to be showing you the views from this amazing deck in just a moment. Here is the bedroom. So there's kind of like a little walkway between, and then this is the main bedroom, which is where we stayed. Now there's also a wardrobe closet, so you have room and a drawer to hang up and put away your clothes. And of course, you can see out there's a beautiful deck. It extends around to this bedroom, and then check out these views. It's incredible. There's a nice seating area, and then there's a washer right in this cabinet. And then they give you the drying rack. So you can wash your clothes out here and then dry the clothes on the rack. And this area is just like right off of the like kitchen dining area where that initial bed is when you come in. But they have beautiful plants here, and I mean the views are just amazing. And if you look close out in the distance, you can kind of see the tip of the mainland Italy, but you can also kind of see the train going by every now and again. The other thing that you can see is the cable cars, the gondolas that take you up and down to the beach, as well as the soccer or football field. And the train that I mentioned, it's not close, it's kind of far off in the mountains here on the left of your screen. But still pretty cool. The views, just again, I cannot get over this. We are going to head back into town and sightsee a little bit before grabbing some dinner.
Lo dà una Etna, lo dà una. Riserva. Riserva. Prosecco Etna.
Yeah. Etna wine.
Prosecco Etna.
Yeah. Which ones?
Next, it's time for dinner. We found this little pizza spot right near our Airbnb. And since everything is so walkable here, we got our dinner to go and we're heading back to the Airbnb. This is Villa Astoria, which looks like a beautiful place to stay. I kind of looked at rates, just kind of threw in some dates, and it didn't seem super expensive, about $150 per night. And of course, that would change based on the time that you're here. And then over here is the bus stop I wanted to show you. It's called the Interbus, so you can actually go on their website to see their schedule. This is the turn now to get to our Airbnb, but we're passing this beautiful Sirius hotel, and check out all the amazing views. This walk is just magnificent. Now, as far as this hotel, it is a bit on the pricier side, probably around $400 per night. It's a 4-star hotel, but there are amazing ocean views. So keep that in mind also if you are traveling to Taormina. Now, for our stay here for 3 nights was just under $500 total. And I don't think that's actually that bad, especially considering we get the entire unit. As you saw, our views earlier are incredible. And the hosts are wonderful, very accommodating. We really enjoyed meeting Armando and Luisa. And their Airbnb is very, very highly rated. It kind of books out quickly too. So I'll leave the information in the description below. They also have a really great Instagram, so I'll share that too. But definitely highly recommend staying at the Airbnb. It's very centrally located and absolutely amazing. So don't sleep on this one. Okay, so we are back to our unit and we are going to have some dinner. Check out these amazing pizzas. If they taste as good as they look, we're in for a treat. So, spoiler alert, they were amazing. Very unique flavors. The crust was perfect. So, we are going to definitely go back before we leave Taormina, that is for sure. And it's so close proximity to walk, which makes it really, really nice. Now, we're just going to have our pizza, enjoy this magnificent sunset, and have a nice, relaxing evening here in our Airbnb for our first night in Taormina. And a very good morning to you from my bed, which sounds strange, but the views are just incredible, and I do not want to get out of bed. But I need to get some espresso, as one does in Italy, and then we are going to head out for some breakfast at the BAM Bar. And since it's supposed to be a beautiful day, we are going to go visit the gardens after our breakfast. Now, the BAM Bar is one of those must visit spots that everyone recommends when you're in Taormina. Because of that, the wait can get pretty long, so we made sure to come early. Now, there's a line outside and they call guests as tables open. We ended up waiting only about 10 minutes and it was absolutely worth the wait. According to their website, they're open every day from 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. except on Mondays when they're closed. In addition to their famous granita, they also have wonderful tea and coffee selection. We ordered a variety of granita with cream on top and the wonderful soft brioche buns, and it's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Would definitely recommend a stop here. Next, we are going to walk off some of those calories and head over to the public gardens of Taormina. And on the way, we are passing yet another beautiful hotel. This is Hotel Villa Paradiso. And from what I can tell, the rates are probably around 300 a night, but it is a four-star hotel with beautiful views. Of course, for this and any of the hotels that I've already mentioned, you'll want to go ahead and do your own research on the pricing and amenities, as these are just general estimates and not a guarantee of what your trip would cost. If you'd prefer, I'd be happy to put together personalized quotes in a custom travel itinerary to save you the time and help create a seamless experience for you. I'll go ahead and leave my contact information in the description below, or you can comment on this video as well as scan this QR code to get started. Admission to the gardens is free and they are open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. According to their website, but be sure to check the hours before your visit. And then they have this little cart where you can purchase drinks or snacks. You could easily spend hours here just taking in the beautiful views. There's really nice pathways, and actually, there's a lot of tree cover. So if you're hot, this is a good place to come and enjoy the shade. This once private garden was established in the late 19th century and founded by Lady Florence Travelin. After she passed, the gardens were gifted to the city, and this garden became public in 1922. One of the main highlights here are the unique beehive structures. These structures were designed by Trevelyan between 1890 and 1899. These beehives were never actually used for beekeeping. However, they were used more so for observation points to watch the birds around. Trevelyan also used these structures to have a quiet afternoon tea. This overlook provides panoramic views overlooking the Ionian Sea and the Bay of Naxos. And on a clear day, Mount Etna is visible in the background. These gardens are an easy walk from the city center. We really only scratched the surface during our visit here to the public gardens. There's just so much to see and enjoy, and it definitely provides a quiet respite. Next, we're going to do a little bit of shopping before going to look for some lunch. Okay, so we found Ristorante La Buca. It's right in town, so that fit the bill considering we're starving. We ordered a bruschetta to start, and then Mike got the mussels
There you go.
and the ragu. I ordered the pesto pasta and then the roasted peppers. And I will say, it wasn't terrible, but there's a lot better food that we've had here. So I might consider another restaurant, but it is convenient and you do get great views of the city.
I saw that too.
Shifting gears now, we are going to walk around the city more, take in more of the sights, and we just love looking at these beautiful old cathedrals. We are now at the heart of Taormina, the city center, and this is a very lively place with music and restaurants. There's shops, as well as beautiful water views. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and grab some gelato. It's amazing here in Sicily, and I will never pass up an opportunity to get some while I'm here. We are now entering one of the most historic archaeological sites here in Taormina. We actually just stumbled across this massive red brick wall and then found out that it dates back to the first century AD. And from what I can find online, it was actually unearthed in 1943 and in its time served as the water supply for the middle part of the city. Next, we are heading to dinner, and it's actually located right near the Bam Bar, which is where we started our morning. You truly can't beat this location, and they have a huge menu. Mike ordered the swordfish, and I ordered the lasagna. I have to say that this lasagna is one of the top lasagnas I've ever had in my whole life. Both the service and the food were great here, and I would highly recommend this restaurant. After dinner, we decided to take a walk back to the city center to listen to some music and take in the sights. Next, we are going to revisit some of the shops that we passed by earlier. They have herbs here, rice. Now we are heading over to this really cool wine bar, and then we're going to call it a night.
The harvest. So this cataract is a bit more like dry, more citric usually. Depends of course of the grapes and the clones. That is because they have to have two different clones. One is common and the other one is like lucido. It's clay soil, so clay structured. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Such a wonderful day here in Taormina. We are so excited to be here. And then tomorrow, we have a cooking class. Alicia and I are going to do a cooking class, and Mike and Alexis are going to go do the Godfather tour. So stay tuned for that, and good night. Good morning. So we are excited today. We have our big tours. Mike and Alexis have already headed out, and we're just going to get ready to go and meet our guide. Our tour starts here at a local market to get produce, and our guide is going to go ahead and show us everything that we're going to need and explain a little bit more about what is grown here and how it's used in different dishes.
A little information, just the local government decided to because some other have even more water. For example, this one is better. This is costoluto for salad because there is a tomato juice. The people like this. Very nice. The second dish is in the 15th century, bring to Europe many vegetables, fruit, and bring.
That was so informative. Now we are actually heading over to the restaurant where the cooking class is to be held. Once we arrived, we were greeted by Chef Mimo, and they provided disposable aprons for us to use during our class.
Cabanese and swordfish threshold. For one asks for any other, or someone that you cannot eat shellfish with the that's perfect. And now the people are ready for pasta. Pasta fresh and made. Pasta fresh and made, the one from, I give you the recipe.
Ma non da noi, non da noi, forse sono più corti.
Trofie sono così, guarda, ti faccio vedere le trofie.
Sono quelli
Allora,
sì,
trofie è questa.
piccoli.
Trofie are another one. Trofie a pasta from North Italy.
Non è nostro.
I don't like.
No, non è no.
I wanna make for you trofie like this.
Porta. Un giro solamente. Ok. Noi abbiamo
Now,
questo.
and go in this with the blade.
That's right.
Sì, brava così. E with the blade, press and slice. E disastrascinati. Like rigatoni, ragazzi. And go in this. Another one you can make. Little bit, little bit diagonal. Little bit, not too much. And with this for with the board. Nice. What made this? This exactly tomato from to buy this. Here have a skin, the six.
Very nice.
After preparing the first part of the meal, we were able to stop for a little snack that they had prepared for us. Next, it was time to start preparing the second half of our meal.
I see a history of it.
Chef Mimo and his family, who own this restaurant, were extremely passionate about how to prepare the food and the proper ingredients, and we really appreciated the attention to detail when explaining how to use these methods at home. The recipes are included with this tour, as well as the food and a little certificate of completion and a little cannoli and some limoncello. We really enjoyed our cooking class, and now I'm going to share a little bit more about the Godfather tour that Mike and Alexis went on. Their tour was a half-day tour and included the round-trip coach transportation.
So, if you remember, the scene of the wedding was shot outside.
They were able to travel to multiple movie site locations and learn more and hear more about the different scenes and the characters, and actually visit the real-life locations in those iconic scenes. After a busy day of tours, we are going to just relax here for a little while before heading out to dinner. Let me know in the comments if you do have any questions about these tours that we did, and I will go ahead and put as much information that I can provide in the description below. Tonight we're going to have dinner at Terrazza Moro, which is known for its beautiful views and high-end dining. We've gone ahead and placed our order. I went ahead and ordered the porchetta with mashed potatoes and vegetables, but everything else I'm going to go ahead and leave a label just so that I do not get anything incorrect. Our dinner tonight was expertly prepared, and now we are going to head out and take a walk around the town. So day 2 is in the books for Taormina. We are heading back now to get ready for bed, and we have a big day planned tomorrow. It might just be the best day yet. Hello and welcome to day 3. So today we are taking the cable car down to the beach, and then after we're going to go check out the Greek Colosseum ruins. This cable car connects the historic center down to the beach area of Mazzaro. I'll go ahead and leave the current pricing right here for you.
Now this beat's walking. They're smooth. Just kidding.
Look, there's our place. Right there with the 2 patios and a little peak at the top.
There it is, nice.
Here we are in the parking lot of the station. So if you are afraid of heights, you might not like the cable car, and it looks like you can actually just drive down here as well. As you are about to see, there are many stairs that lead down to the beach. I'm not sure exactly how many stairs or flights of stairs, but here's a look back up the way that we came. We ended up renting chairs with umbrellas from one of the beach clubs here. From here in Mazzaro Bay, you can actually walk over to the Isolo Bello beach, which is free to access. This beach became very popular after being featured in The White Lotus, the second season, and then of course people want to come and take a look at it now. Fun fact, this island was also owned by Lady Florence Trevelyan, who also owned the gardens that we visited yesterday. We are having today a beach day. We went ahead and rented chairs, and they come with umbrellas. So we're just hanging out, enjoying this beautiful day. I wanted to share something. I brought this travel fan with me, and I'll go ahead and put it in the description below. But it is an absolute lifesaver. So air conditioning here is not as easily accessible, to say, as it is in the United States. So at night I supplement with this fan, and then here on the beach, of course, it's a warm day. We're here at the beginning of September, so it's wonderful. Obviously it's not sponsored by any means, but I also use it at Disney World, so absolutely love this fan. It folds, so I'll show you here. You can set it on a night table or here on our table at the beach, and also get a breeze. So highly recommend. I hope you've enjoyed following along on our journey here in Sicily. Something else that I appreciate as part of the beach club rental is that you actually get to order from a menu with different sandwiches, and there's cannoli, there's pizza that's very, very good. Drinks, you can order it all. Of course, it's an additional cost, but because we are renting the chairs and the umbrellas through the beach club, we have access, and they just bring it right to your beach chair. So that's pretty great. And speaking of renting the chairs, so the sunbeds and umbrellas range anywhere from $25 to $40 per person based on their website. And then, of course, in the peak summer months, that's going to be towards that higher end. With that said, I do recommend reserving your chairs in advance. Next, we are traveling back up the mountain on the cable car to go visit the Greek Theater. This street leads from Piazza Badia to the Greek Theater. Along the way, you'll find shops alongside ancient buildings.
No tenía ganas de espremar otra vez.
Tickets are required to enter the theater here, so it is advised to purchase these tickets in advance so that you can skip the line. Those type of tickets are a little bit more expensive, but standard tickets range anywhere from $15 up to $20, and then they have ones with audio guides or more guided tours that would be obviously more expensive. Okay, so tickets are now secured, and we decided to do the self-guided tour without the audio guide feature. We decided that if we were to come back again, which we hope to, that we would love to explore more and spend more time here. As you approach the theater, there is a ramp here available for those with mobility concerns. It's estimated that the construction of this theater began around the 3rd century BC by the Greeks, and then the Romans later expanded the site with more elaborate features like the famous Roman columns and statues. These engraved stones and cut blocks were used in the theater's foundations, and they show the mix between the Greek and Roman history. Most of these inscriptions look to be from ancient Greeks, from the second and first centuries, and then there's also some inscriptions from the Roman period. I absolutely love this arch and how it perfectly frames Mount Etna, which actually erupted shortly before our visit. This volcano sits closer to Catania, which is where we flew in and will fly out of. It's also Europe's highest and most active volcano. This ancient theater is actually the second largest in Sicily. This theater was originally built for music, art performances, and served as social gatherings for thousands of spectators. Around the 2nd century AD, after the Romans took control of Sicily, the Romans expanded and changed the theater to host the gladiator fights and animal fights. Today, this venue is still used for entertainment with film festivals, operas, concerts, and performances. Photos and videos that I've seen of these events with Mount Etna in the background look absolutely stunning. Their website shows the calendar of events so that you can see what's happening. And I've heard some visitors feel that the modern stage equipment blocks parts of the view at times. But since the theater is still being actively used for these performances, I personally appreciate that the space continues to serve in its original purpose after so many centuries. So let me know what you think. Do you think that these historic sites should stay active or just be preserved as they were? Next, we are heading towards the Cafeteria Belvedere, which is supposed to have amazing views. So they have amazing pastries up here at the cafeteria. The service is hit or miss, but check out this amazing view. You can really see Mount Etna from up here. It's honestly incredible to see this in person. This right here is the ruins of the back wall of the main stage and behind the orchestra section. But it's just incredible to think about how this space was used and the history here, and just being here just doesn't even feel real. I can imagine that these sunsets are incredible as well. It's really interesting to see all the different buildings that surround the theater as well. I found this photo of the reconstruction of the Greek theater and what it probably looked like. And I'll go ahead and put that here, but it's just amazing to think and figure out what this looked like back when it was all fully together and not the ruins. Also, if it sounds like I'm using the words amazing and incredible often, that's because it really and truly is. And I would definitely recommend that you make this one of your top stops if you are visiting Taormina. So, next we are going to get some shopping done. I'd like to look for some local pottery. We were able to find a few treasures to bring home, and the shopkeeper wrapped them up so beautifully and secure for our travels home. And if you are looking for a wonderful souvenir while you're here in Sicily in general, you cannot go wrong with the ceramics here. You also can't go wrong with anything pistachio and the gelato. This place is known for its pistachio gelato, which to me is the perfect combination, and I will say it did not disappoint. So for dinner, our last night here in Taormina, we are going to go ahead and enjoy those amazing pizzas from that shop we went to the first night of our stay. When we got home to our Airbnb, there was a helicopter coming in on the heliopad. So hopefully everyone's okay since it appears to be a medical helicopter. So we'll be thinking of them. But we are going to spend the rest of our evening relaxing. We're going to have dinner and then get packed up and ready for our long journey home early tomorrow morning. We are really going to miss these views. This has been an incredible stay and an incredible visit to Sicily. I'd like to take a moment to thank you for watching these videos, and if you've made it to this last video, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you found these videos to be helpful. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything new or if you felt inspired to visit Sicily and what your favorite destination was. Was it Palermo? Was it Cefalù? How about Taormina? Honestly, for us, we've enjoyed every place that we visited, but Taormina might be heading towards the top of our list. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along on our future travels. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao!